All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Al Shabu, Harakakadash. Double honors to apostles, great millstone, and salutations to elect, which you ought to be. It's your brother Hawaii. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame and looking like heathens. The Spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father, is Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah, God, Yahweh. In the name of the Heavenly Son, is Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ, which is Christus, Yeshua. I got a quick lesson. Any other preachers come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit, why you believe it or not. And, uh, uh, you know, uh, for anyone who seek for the truth, as it says, and not just seek for the truth, where you're not just a hearer only, but you seek to be a doer. Just knowing stuff that you will have there's going to be a lot of people that's going to disagree, no matter, no matter what's being brought out. You're going to have individuals, you know what I'm saying, who's going to disagree and stuff, and your life is going to be on the line. You see, you know, and I know I bring out, like, the same, similar scriptures and whatnot that I, tend to bring up and stuff, but this is what it is. As a matter of fact, I want to get this right quick. It's Luke 14 and 28. It says, "For which of you attended to build a tower, sitteth not down first and count the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish it." Now, when most of the time when you hear this truth and whatnot and stuff, you're a proselyte, meaning somebody who's newly converted. Pretty much what happens is that you tend to tell everybody you know and stuff because it's good news. That's what gospel means. It means good news, and you end up telling everybody and whatnot and stuff, right? It doesn't really develop, uh, uh, the maturity and stuff of trying spirit by the spirit and stuff don't come till later, right? But you also have a lot of individuals and stuff are crafty, very, very crafty and whatnot and stuff, where they can still have access, even though uh, you will have the wisdom and stuff not to give it to them and stuff, because evidently it's not being accepted. You see, right? But uh, uh, when it come down to this truth, you gonna have to consider, you know, uh, uh, you're gonna have to consider that guess what, your life is gonna be on the line. People will want to kill you. You got like Apostle Kai that said one of his sit downs and stuff. He was saying that we all got enemies that we don't even know that we have, and the only reason why the enemies brew and whatnot and stuff is because the access that they have and stuff when it comes down to being able to see and watch our videos. You know what I'm saying? Or when we go out there on the highways and byways in season, out of season, all manner of weather and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or even once again these electronic epistles. Remember the scripture says, cry aloud, spare not. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to tell you the truth. We're supposed to compel you and stuff to come into this thing. We already know that it's really for the elect, 144,000, which consists of 12,000 men, the 12 tribes of Israel, the government body. Um, the one third, which consists of men, women, and children who are Israelites who believe, no matter how they look, who convert and keep the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of their ability, mingle with faith, repenting every day, not cherry picking what they want to repent on, and repenting on a timely fashion on the Lord's time before it's too late. That was predestined, it was written in the book of life. And that also includes Revelation 7 and 9 and stuff, and the innumerable multitude and stuff that's been scattered to the four corners of the earth. And pretty much you don't have to be necessarily a prophet. You don't have to be an evangelist, an apostle. You know what I'm saying? Um, you don't have to be a judge. You know what I'm saying? Sure, you you know you could share a vision and whatnot and stuff, and if the vision is not light because it's prophetic and stuff, and it brings forth the destruction that's coming to this current evil world, then guess what? You're gonna have individuals where it's like, if you go or if you die, If we hinder you of something in whatever manner and stuff that seems fit for us, maybe these things won't come to pass. You see, and this is going to be the mind frame of individuals and stuff who are going to reject the word, because if it's inevitable and it's going to happen anyways, and you say that you believe and whatnot and stuff, right? Uh, uh, why would you, why would you go for such lengths? You know what I'm saying? When you can't even control your own spirit and stuff to not hear it if you don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the Lord searing their minds with a hot iron. You know, even if it's simple, so simple, no matter how much sense you make, you can still catch you an enemy and stuff by being in this truth. As it says in Isaiah 59:15, it says that yea, truth faileth, and he that departed away from evil make his soul a prey. So, and just because it says he, it could be for the women too. So, just in children as well. So, since you believe, your vibration is going to be different. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be on a higher level and whatnot and stuff, right? Uh, 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 you're going to shine its lights, and pretty much what happens is that those who want to stay on that low frequency, want to live in darkness and whatnot and stuff, they're gonna have an issue. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be an issue. You see, so you gotta count the costs. Now I know you gotta count the costs when it comes down to coming to this truth. You know what I'm saying, right? So this is uh uh I'll come back to this. This is Sirach chapter 33 verse 14. It says, "Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another." You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be friction. It's always going to be friction. You see, it's always going to be friction, and you need to consider. You know what I'm saying? It's like, uh, uh, what you're going to choose. To follow. Are you going to follow Yahweh Shai and stuff? Because guess what? Uh, uh, they're not gonna. Uh, uh, Not everybody's gonna receive. You know what I'm saying? Like when they come down, Apostle Paul. Uh, I want to say that's in Acts either 12. Is either in the book of Acts 11, 12, or 13. Uh, uh, and it pretty much Yahweh Shai had told, through the Spirit, he had told um, um, Apostle Paul and stuff that these people are not going to receive you concerning me. You know what I'm saying? Men that you might try to teach them, might try to prophesy, they might have the access and whatnot and stuff to be able to hear or watch, watch you and stuff. Because back then and stuff, there wasn't no phones or anything. You know what I'm saying, right? So they always go out on the highways and byways. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? They're not gonna want to hear and look at it like this too. The absurdity of uh, 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 the the absurdity of the wicked of the circumcision. Now, it's not just the wicked of the circumcision. Those who know of the scriptures, it's also going to be those who claim to follow as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of individuals where they be on that click shit when they come down to when it comes down to the scriptures and stuff. And if somebody's spirit rubbed them the wrong way and stuff, it's like, oh, I'm gonna take away your ability to do this and do that and stuff. And it's like, but you don't have to let it. Once again, no matter the reasoning, they're unruly. They're unruly, and they're gonna seek to slay you. You see, they're gonna seek to slay you. You know, because you don't go after they saying access of rioting. You see, it's like this. Isn't it very absurd? And the word absurd goes into unreasonable, right? That there's people out here that will, because you know you can see it's on TikTok, it's on World Star Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's on YouTube, it's on all these different platforms and stuff, right? When it shows the condition and stuff of the world and the condition of the minds of a lot of people. You have an individual and stuff who don't want to vote, you'll get killed for it. You know, and Elias Shawama was doing a video talking about how uh, 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 that people are crying for wickedness, and if you speak against it, or even if you have your just a opinion, he was talking about freedom of speech and stuff is being taken away, and it's like, and people are losing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and what tends to happen and stuff is that they're ready to fight you, ready to kill you, you know, ready to hinder you with any type of way and stuff. And why is that? Because they don't want to hear the word, but they'll make sure that they hear the word so they can get mad. It's like an individual who's trying to be mad on purpose and stuff because really the ideals that they want to do to you, if they haven't been able to have the chance and stuff, or say they've been slipping away in their fingers and whatnot and stuff, they're gonna have that King Saul spirit where I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you. Because King Saul couldn't leave David alone. David couldn't live. He couldn't exist. You know what I'm saying? You know, and now I'm not saying, you know, whoop to whoop, right? But does I was like, I'm not saying that, you know, that I'm this person or that person and stuff. You know, I gotta put it out there and stuff, right? For the hard head ones. But the thing is that uh, uh, it proves Isaiah 59 and 15 to be legit. You know what I'm saying? You know, what did David, both King Saul and David and stuff, follow the scriptures, right? King Saul pulled his last straw. Lord took the Holy Spirit away. King, before he became king, David tried to make peace with Saul, played soothing music. You know what I'm saying? You know, to calm his spirit down and stuff. And scripture also says, "Don't be angry inwardly, because all it does is cause the fester." Well, I'm gonna just quote this. Scripture says, "Don't be angry inwardly." And why is that? Oh, matter of fact, I can get this one. I can get this one. For this is Ephesians 4 and 26. It says, "Be angry." It says, be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath." You got individuals and stuff that's just heated all day. You know, right? Right? It's like having I will. Matter of fact, there's this thing on YouTube. It's called from the movie Hercules. It's Hades being iconic. You know what I'm saying? And you can just see how the man's just get mad and get mad and get mad and get mad, and it's like, you know, he trying to take over the Olympics and what I mean Olympia and whatnot and stuff. You know, that's all Greek mythology and whatnot. You know, and here it is. You got a naive Hercules and stuff who's unaware of this dude, and here it is. He's doing his own thing. You know, he's doing his own thing and whatnot and stuff, and being persuaded by Meg and whatnot. But he's doing his own thing and stuff. And one time he came, Hades came to Hercules and stuff, and it's like, it's like look, I'm all in your face and stuff, and it's like, look, man, can you blowing my plans and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, you blowing my plans and stuff, and it's like, why you don't just leave him alone? You know what I'm saying? But he couldn't do it. And you just see all the different scenes and stuff of how Hades is trying to get Hercules, and just keep trying to get Hercules, keep trying to plotting on him, seeking to kill him, to kill him, to kill him. You know what I'm saying, right? And it's either misfortune, you know what I'm saying, or it's death. You see, you know, or some type of trap and stuff that he can't get out, so his plans can go forth. Now, when it comes down to this word, it's gonna happen anyways. You know what I'm saying? Right? But you will have people and stuff who's gonna have pent up anger and stuff, and they all they seek is death. You know, right? Much verse 27. It says, "Neither give place to the devil." You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people are doing. They're giving place to the devil. Satan get their ass angry, and then next thing you know and stuff, all they're thinking about and stuff is murdering you. You see, slaughtering you, killing you, stopping you. You know, uh, 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 and then shoot, there's individuals out there and stuff. Well, you can tell them that guess what, to solve all your problems, you could not listen. You can watch somebody else. The elders of Great Millstone always say it. It's like for those, that's Apostle Har said, Apostle Kabar said, Apostle Rakai said, Apostle Ronla said it, the bishops and the elders on down and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, look, if you don't like what I'm saying and stuff, what, what, what's the negotiation? Go somewhere else or listen to someone else, you know what I'm saying? And not me anymore. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like what I say, if you don't like the delivery, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be warned and you want to stay in and you want soothe sayings and stuff because you have itchy ears and you want to hear what sounds good and stuff, you just want the book of Psalms and how things are going to be great. Woo, woo. If you want that, then guess what? You need to find that teacher because evidently and stuff, for you to latch on an individual, and in order for you for you to latch on an individual, you're saying that you don't want to hear is insane. It's insanity. Insanity goes into uh, 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 insanity goes into to continue a certain way and stuff and expect a new outcome. I don't want to hear this man. So what's your options? You know what? I don't have to watch those videos. I can watch somebody else. I could go here. You know what? I don't have to hear this message and stuff. Let me put my headphones in. Let me turn on the TV. You know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 you know, let me stop making myself mad and stuff by going to this individual's page and stuff, knowing clearly I don't want to hear what they gotta say. That's insanity. You speaking a different you're looking for a new different outcome, but you keep doing the same thing. You see, right? Right. So but there's gonna be stiff neck individuals, a rebellious house. You know what I'm saying? Stiff neck, meaning they hard headed, and pretty much what's gonna happen is that they're gonna keep doing it. Matter of fact, let me grab this. And I know I seem like I'm jumping all over the place, but bear with me. This ain't gonna be long, Lord willing. Um, uh, um, yeah, Second Esdras, because what people want is control over some other people's lives and whatnot and stuff, and never just pay attention to their own stuff. You know what I'm saying, right? So, so when things don't go their way and stuff, guess what? They act like little kids. No matter what the age is and stuff, they throw a temper tantrum and stuff. But throw a tantrums and stuff, and then whatever angry thoughts that they come up with and stuff, All they see is it playing out on you. So this is Second Ezra 15:1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." You see, so you hearing the Lord's words and whatnot, regardless of anything. Verse 2, it says, "And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." And that incredulity goes into unbelief. Verse 4, it says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." You see, right? And it says, verse 6, it says, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." And you're seeing that. You're seeing that. You're seeing individuals and stuff who's speaking on this word, whatnot, and stuff being attacked. You know, that uh, that uh, you know, freedom of speech is being attacked. You know, you're no longer and stuff entitled to an opinion. You see, you know, and when you see the different spirits and whatnot and stuff, that's also proof. That's also proof and stuff that reincarnation exists. Because look, when it came down Yahweh Shai kept running away, and they kept chasing him, kept trying to find him where he was. You see, you know, wouldn't leave him alone. So imagine if, just speaking hypothetically, say Yahushua uh, uh, was in this era, you know what I'm saying, but he was prophesying, you know what I'm saying, like, 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 like prophesying, like how when he came the first time, you know what I'm saying, but he got a phone. The scripture says that he an austere man. He probably got him a laptop, you know what I'm saying, whoop de whoop. And he telling individuals straight up like this is what it is and whatnot and stuff. Guess and there and look at all the individuals and stuff who didn't want to hear his message. You see, you had that of the circumcision and of the uncircumcision. You see, that sought for him to be dead, and you got certain individuals. Well, they was like they took credit for his death. Let his blood be upon our heads and our children's heads. You see, you know, and you got to understand the great thirst and stuff for this man to be gone. You see, but once again, when it comes down to the circumcision, it's like this: he kept running away. He kept going from one spot to another. You know what I'm saying? Because his life was in danger and stuff because he knew about the wickedness of the Pharisees. And here it is, those who knew about the word, you know what I'm saying? And here it is, knew about the law and whatnot. And here it is, the mans couldn't run away. They kept, that's what persecute means. Persecute means to chase. You know what I'm saying? So they made it their occupation and stuff to follow this man everywhere he went and stuff until they was able to apprehend him. You know what I'm saying? Because they was envious of him, as it says in Mark 15:10. You know, and I can already see it right then and there. Oh, you're not, you're not. Boy, I ain't envious of you. Yes, you are and stuff because of what's driving you. Oh, I want to hear. I don't want to hear that shit and stuff. I don't want to hear that shit. Remember, I left and I went somewhere else and stuff, and yet, you came and found me, and here it is. You trying to kill me. One who told you the truth. You see, as it says in John the 8th chapter. You see, and it's like uh, uh, um, and then also to make mention when it comes down to King Saul, it's the same way. You know, actually, the scriptures do talk about that it was a Sabbath day. King David was in the field before he became king, and Jonathan, they had King Saul's son. It had a strong relationship and stuff that far exceeds that of a man and woman. Doesn't mean anything homosexually was going on and stuff. It's just the fact that you know you know how when you was younger before everything became gay and stuff, and you had that real strong friendship with your with your homies and whatnot and stuff. You know, nowadays and stuff, if you sitting, you're a grown ass man and stuff, you sit a certain type of way, you lay a certain type of way and stuff. It's always being sexualized and whatnot. You just can't be cool. But uh, uh, they had a strong relationship and stuff, right? And since David's seat was empty at the dinner table and whatnot, Scripture says that King Saul thought that something bad had happened to David. You know what I'm saying? You know, so he probably was over there smirking, like, yeah, it's like something happened to that nigga, something happened to his ass, right? But then he found out that David was still alive and stuff, and he tossed a dagger at his own son because his own son was trying to find out. It's like, David ain't do nothing to you. Remember, you asked him to be part of the family. He was like, nah, I ain't trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Right? And out of nowhere and stuff, he been fighting for you. You know, he been in your army and whatnot and stuff. So why you got a problem with the war? That speech right there, that negotiation right there, it was like, damn, that nigga's still alive. And it's like, why you trying to help him? Why you trying to help him? You see, you know, the King Saul, his daughter, I forget, I think her name is Michelle, Mitchell is Chal, I think. And here it is. I know I'm doing some quoting and stuff, but I'm just trying to keep it short. Here it is. She had to supplant this stuff because she could see that the rage of her father, you know what I'm saying, was like, you finna kill my husband, and you the one who gave me onto him. You see, you know, she had to supplant stuff to she had to supplant stuff so David could escape. You see, you know, right, right. These people are the same way. They're the same way. They're matter of fact, what's the scripture? It's the people gonna come up with all their reasoning, you're this, you're that, and stuff. But at the same time, you got other individuals who's doing the same thing and stuff, and they're the same as what you trying to claim an individual. You know what I'm saying, that you stay latched on like a black cloud and stuff. No matter how many times you wish it away and stuff, it's still trying to rain and thunder on you, right? Right. And it's like they won't do nothing to that. You're the one who's drawing them. You're drawing them. Scripture says that we shall be as lights upon a hill and whatnot. So, so we're like that lantern, and we're like that lantern and stuff that you hang outside and stuff, where all the bugs and flies come to. You know what I'm saying? But then when they get too close to the lantern, they get zapped. What is that zappness? What does word say about their behavior? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who you talking about? Who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? And if they perceive that you speaking upon them, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna seek to try to kill you. Remember when Yahweh Shai was speaking about the wicked Pharisees, Sadducees, scribes, priests, and lawyers. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying it in a parable, right? When they perceived when they looked at each other and stuff and perceived, it's like he talking about us, right? What did they do? They picked up stones ready to kill him. You see? So you see that same behavior even today, because those are them same spirits. You know what I'm saying? Reincarnated and stuff in this time. You see? This is Proverbs 6:34. It says, for jealousy is the rage of a man. It says, therefore he would not spare in the day of vengeance. So a lot of these people are jealous of us. Damn, why I can't do that? Damn, why he's able to do this and do that, and I'm not able to get up on a level and stuff. And it's like, well, once you start comparing, instead of just dealing with your measure that the Lord gives you, which he will increase you on, you know what I'm saying? If you look at it as a competition and stuff, you gonna falter. Man, I ain't making enough growth, man. I ain't whoop the woo and stuff, and then you got the people out there. I can't shine unless this person is gone. you know, and it's not reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because you have individuals where it's like you have individuals where it's like uh, and this is for the many years and stuff that I've been in the truth, not just no recent shit. You know what I'm saying? Uh, um, say if you leave, if they want a certain, if they want a certain point of view about you, or say if they want you to go through this and go through that and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 by any means, that's what they're gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you got some where it's like you got to be in a messed up situation, or else you got to die. You know what I'm saying? And there's the same spirits I hear today. See, so uh, you know, you're gonna have to build up a tolerance and stuff to deal with that. Matter of fact, I want to get this Ciroc 2-in-1 because it's gonna be a temptation. It's gonna make you want to quit, and it's like fuck that. You gotta understand that the Yahweh Shem Shai is higher than what a man feels when he wants you to do something that's out of their jurisdiction. So this Ciroc 2-in-1. This is my son. If thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Verse 5, it says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man the furnace of adversity. And these are the different trials and stuff that we're going through. And that's the one trial and stuff that tends to tempt people and stuff to want to quit. And what did the Lord say? This is Matthew's 10 and 28. You know, this is Matthew's 10 and 28. All right, so this Matthew's 10 and 16. It says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. It says, be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. It says, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, try to get you locked up, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And look what happened when it came to Yahushua. They put a bag over his head. You know what I'm saying? They constrained him, brought him into the synagogue. Peter was following, but then they put a bag over his head. That's in start at Mark, the 14th chapter, around the 50th verse, and read on down. They put a bag over his head, and they slapped him, they punched him. You know what I'm saying? You might the word buffet means to punch, and what did they do? This is how you know that it was envious. How they was envy, which fueled they rage and whatnot and stuff, was because when when they punched him and slapped him and whatnot and stuff, they was like, prophesy who thou hits who hits thee. You know what I'm saying, right? Right? Because they wanted him gone, so they had to get. It's like, oh, I need to get one of those individuals amongst them. Uh, 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 I need to get one of those individuals amongst them and stuff to rat them out, and that was Judas Iscariot. You see, and also look at it like this too. I don't know for a lot of individuals if you watch I watch anime, and you got an anime called My Hero Academy. Now, don't don't get mad at me if I don't know the individual's name right off the rip, but I know Midoriya calls him Con 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 Kanchan Kanchan. I think that's in the Japanese, you know, or his name starts with a B, and his power is the grenades. He able to make explosions and stuff. He able to fly and whatnot and stuff, right? and by propelling himself and whatnot and stuff, and that was his quirk. I want to say his name is Bakugan, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's something around that. And the thing is that it got revealed in one of the later scenes and stuff that all this time the reason why he was giving Midoriya a hard life and stuff was because he was really jealous. You know what I'm saying? He was jealous. He was envious. You know what I'm saying? Right? And yeah, I think it's in season 6 when they tried to stop Midoriya. Midoriya is like, look, I got to do this on my own, right? And they like, look, no, let us help you. You know what I'm saying, right? Uh, 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 so, uh, uh, so you could tell and stuff. Look how. No, I think his name was Bakudo. Bakudo, that was his name. And the thing is that his spirit was fixated on destroying Midoriya. You see that same spirit amongst other individuals that think little of you. You know what I'm saying? When it's when you know when the Lord calls you before they knew anything about you. The Lord called you, had you in there for some years. And new upstarts was talking about you can't do this as if to as if the permission is given onto them to give to you. You see? And if you don't follow their wishes, because you don't work for them, but you work for Yahweh Shai, because remember, we the creatures, he's the creator. If you choose to follow the creator and whatnot, they're going to seek to try to slay you. You see, right? So this is so you need a you know yes, you would use this wisdom, but some of us are going to be martyrs for this truth. And the thing is, martyrs is dying for the testimony, you know, being witnesses and stuff that this word is true and of the Lord's will and that He exists. You see, so uh, 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 it could be a lot. You know what I'm saying? It could be a lot. But this dying for this and stuff will be far greater than you know. Well, it's like I don't want to say that and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But because I was gonna make mention stuff of some worldly stuff, but it's better to die for Yahweh by Shem Yahshua. You know what I'm saying, right? So this is Matthew's 10 and 18. It says, "And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake." It says, "For a testimony against them and the Gentiles." It says, "But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak." And pretty much the words just gonna flow off. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even thinking, but everything is gonna be right. You see. And when it came down to the 12 apostles and stuff, besides Judas Iscariot, because Judas Iscariot committed suicide, you know what I'm saying, right? But when it came down to the 12 apostles, I did a sit down before, and it was going into how all the different ways that the apostles and stuff were slain for teaching the word, because people was angry. And also I think it's either in Jeremiah 18 or Jeremiah the 11th chapter. And when you go into the blue letter and you bring up the New Living Translation, there's a scripture where it says that they told Jeremiah and stuff that you can't be no prophet unto us. Jeremiah was a Levite, you see. So they gonna come if they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the warning. It says, "Oh, you just talking about a bunch of bad stuff and whatnot." Read Ezekiel 2 and 10 and stuff and see what that says, right? Uh, 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 your life could be at stake, man. You know, and you gotta prepare your mind. The Lord gave us warning, like this is what it's gonna be. So you gotta think, like, do I really want to do this? You know, all I know is that, as it says in Joshua 24 and 15, it says, "He that it says, if serve the Lord seem evil unto thee, choose you this day and stuff who you shall serve. But as for me and my house, you know what I'm saying, uh, 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 we're going to serve Yahweh Shem Shai. You see, right? And a man's house and stuff will be his wife and his children. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not talking about the actual cubicle that you live in or several rooms that you live in. That's not talking about that, right? It's talking about what's underneath that man's jurisdiction. You see, and it says, what was verse 20. Verse 20 said, for it is, no, verse 21, it says, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child. Why? Because it's a disagreement. I don't believe what you believe. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? The absurdity and stuff that you can come up with is that some people, just like when it came down to Jeremiah and stuff, they was like, look, you can't be a prophet unto us. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's like, well, I'm supposed to do this because the Lord chose me to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, not because you all did a electoral vote. You know what I'm saying, to see who is going to be a prophet or a judge for you. You see, it says, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death. It says, and the father the child. And the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. It says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. It says, but when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. That's not going to matter, because scripture says that we will be persecuted from city to city, right? People that want to really mess you up in your reputation and do you in dirty and stuff where you can't get no help and whatnot from anyone. You know what I'm saying? So they can build up, you know what's going to happen and stuff. Anywhere you go, if they find out where you at, then guess what? They're going to assassinate your character. It ain't going to be some, oh, I'm going to leave him alone. No, I'm going to keep fucking him up everywhere he goes. That's what it's going to be. You see. Why? Because of the jealousy. I can't do it like him, and he's outshining me. You see, and I don't like that. So I gotta wipe his existence. If the assassinating character don't do anything, then guess what? I gotta wipe his existence away. You see, and it says, but when they persecute you in the city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. It says, the disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, be on the same accord, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house of Beelzebub, master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? And Beelzebub means demon. You see, you know, because here it is. They was trying to assassinate Yahushua's character and stuff. Where anywhere he went and whatnot and stuff, nobody would believe him. You see, and that was the goal: cut off the doctrine from this man. You see, stop him from teaching, stop him from prophesying and stuff. You know, right? And they're gonna do the same thing. Where they're gonna look at us as being the problem and whatnot and stuff. And you need to prepare your mind to tolerate this bullshit. You see, and it says, verse 26. It says, "Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light." It says, "And what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops." You know, preach ye on the housetops and whatnot and stuff. So, uh, 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 usually, like in the ancient days and stuff, it'll be an elevated land. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they will prophesy. You know what I'm saying? You know, where people can see far and wide and stuff. Like in the old, and like in the like medieval times and whatnot and stuff, you'll have like or you, let's say it like this. You know, when you go to these wicked ass churches, these harlot houses and whatnot and stuff, it's elevated. You know, it's elevated and stuff, and they stand at the podium and stuff, and that's when they preach. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like that. You know what I'm saying, right? So everybody can see and stuff, you know, right? And the voice, and then your voice carries. So it says, It says, so everybody can hear, right? And it says, verse 27, it says, what I tell you in verse 28, it says, and fear not them which kill the body, because this is what they want to do. They want to shut you up. And if you ain't shutting up, they're going to try to kill you. It says, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. And that hell is talking about putting you through a certain condition, you know what I'm saying, which they vividly think about 24/7, you see, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is, where I just keep reading verse. No, I'm gonna skip to the point. It says, and skip to another point. So like verse 32, it says, whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. And when they hear judgments like that and stuff, this is what they seek for to happen and stuff. Because it's like an individual who's trying to suffer sin upon you. It's like an individual who's trying to suffer sin upon you, hoping you get judged, because that's what they want. That's their real ideals, right? So it says, and that's Leviticus 19 and 17. It says, but verse 34, it says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And as it says in Amos 3 and 3, can two walk together lest they be agreed? So if they're not on the same accordance, I don't believe that, or I believe this, and it's contrary, then guess what? There's no unity. You see, verse 36, it says, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household, because it's a disagreement. You see, and then, uh, 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 right, so I'm going to skip down. It says, verse, it says, verse 38, it says, and he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. The different trials that you go through. It's like it end up being long anyways. The different trials that you go through, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to bear that. And as it says in 1 Corinthians 10 and 12, it says, wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. And that word lest is lest, and means that not. It says verse 13, it says, there have no temptation taketh you, but such as is common to man. You know, there's going to be times where you're going to want to quit. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be times and stuff that be like, damn, you know, because even Jeremiah was like, look, they seek to ensnare me. They putting traps for my soul. They trying to kill me. They trying to do all these different things and stuff. And it's like, you know, shall good be recompense for evil? You know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, you know, Jeremiah cried out to the Lord. It's like, look, they doing this and they doing that and stuff, you know, and 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 it's like you sent me out to these individuals just so they can receive it, you know, and they trying to kill me. And then he put the curse on them when you go into the 18th chapter, maybe like around the last five verses. It says, but it says, so we all go through it. We all go through it. You know what I'm saying? You know, since we speak this word, and this word is, and the Lord's word is fire in our mouths, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? It burns these people up. You know what I'm saying? So they get angry, right? And it's like, I'm gonna get you for this. And it's like I ain't doing nothing to you. It says, you offended of the word, so therefore that shows a sign of you not being blessed and rejected. It says, but Yahweh Bashem Yahshua is faithful, who would not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. So there's a chance and stuff for you to overcome it, right? It says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape that ye may be able to bear it. You see, right? Right. So to be able to bear it and stuff to deal with, you know what I'm saying, right? So this is Matthews 10:39. It says, he that findeth his life shall lose it. These people that's trying to hold on to this present evil world, the valley of shadow of death, as it says in Psalms 23:4. You know what I'm saying? You know, uh, uh, as they as they continue to you know, as they continue to try to hold on to this and stuff, it's already destined that all this shit gonna be dissolved. It's gonna be destroyed. You see, right? That's gonna go into shambles. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna lose it, right? It says, and he that loses his life for my name's sake shall find it. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much what that means is that you have, like the apostles had told Yahweh Shai, they was asked, well, Peter, well, the apostles was asking Yahweh Shai, it's like, we have given up everything. So they, guess what? That means that they was focused on the word. So they constantly was doing videos. They was constantly preaching and stuff. They was constantly learning and stuff. They was constantly all about the scriptures and whatnot and stuff. You see, scriptures even talk about denying yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know what? I'm not really for my different desires and stuff that I want to do when it come down to folly. You know, not that's what we call it. We call it folly and stuff, but it's not necessarily foolishness. It's just some R&R. You know what I'm saying? You know, and but what we do is that we tend to lessen that R&R to be more engulfed in the scriptures. And plus, Apostle Hall, I think maybe like a year or two back, the order was that that you got to be infatuated with this truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it actually tells you that in Proverbs 5:19. It says, "Be satisfied with her breasts always, because wisdom is likened unto a woman." And that being like pretty much you got to be sprung for this truth. So when you sprung for the female and whatnot, what do you do? It's all about her. You bringing out flowers. You a simp. Be a simp for this truth. That's what it is. You see, you know, because we understand the simplicity of Yahweh Shah. You see, you know. So if you're gonna, if you know, end all be all, if you're gonna be about this word and whatnot and stuff, these are the things that comes within the job description. You will be hated. You see, Satan is gonna be on these people and stuff to come at you in all types of ways and stuff. But the Lord's still gonna be for you, even in death, as it says, Sirach 4:28. It says, it says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. You know, and it tells you this. This is Revelations 2:10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall come. So the devil shall cast some of you into prison that ye may be tried. It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, which is a duration of time. It could be 9. It could be 1. It could be 11 or 12. You know what I'm saying, right? It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You see, you know, right? Right? So you gotta, even if it comes down to martyrdom and stuff, you know what I'm saying, stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I'm just giving you warning. This is, this is, this is, this is a possibility. Can the Lord make it where you're not a martyr? Of course, there's going to be a lot of individuals who are not going to die and stuff, but some people's lives is to die. You know what I'm saying? And if you're going to pick bring forth this word, guess what? You're going to catch that energy. 1 Peter 5:8, it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. When you devour some food and stuff, that shit is gone. So imagine your life. Somebody seeking to destroy your life, ruin your life. You see? Because they don't like you. You know, that's a good sign, though, too. Because that means, because you're going through the same thing your house shot went through and stuff. Persecution. That's a good sign. I want to grab this. This is John. I'm going to close out this. It's John 15. I think it's 12. It says, this is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. And what was that love? Giving warning instead of shutting the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It's because individuals didn't want to hear, you know what I'm saying? Or they trolling your ass, you know, or they trolling you and whatnot and stuff, you know, to try to get their way, you know. And it says, you know, the Lord, what was the Lord, what was the love? You know what I'm saying? The scripture says, give wisdom, uh, 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 pretty much give correction to a wise man, he'll get wise. You know what I'm saying? Right? Roughly paraphrasing. And the next verse talks about how he'll love thee in Proverbs, I think it's 8 and 9, or 9 and 8. Let me see if I can breeze through it real quick. That's the love. I'm giving you warning so you can see the wicked shit. That's the wicked shit and stuff that's planned out for your life and your souls and stuff, so somebody can get their way. I'm giving you warning and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So there could be a chance and stuff you can escape. This is Proverbs 9 and 8. It says, reprove, reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. You know what I'm saying, right? And through the fear of the Lord, we persuade men. And that fear got to be upon the rest and stuff. You know what I'm saying too. But it's not going to be on everyone, because remember, 2/3 of Israel and stuff makes up the majority of the nation and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And only a remnant. A remnant means a small number of stuff is going to be saved. You see, and the warnings that escape 2/3 mind frame and mindsets and stuff, so you won't be labeled as a transgressor with the rest of the world. You see, this is John 15 and 13. It says, greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. And since we're in these positions, you know what I'm saying, to teach, you know what I'm saying, the thing is that our lives are on the line. Elder Malcolm always said and stuff in his intros, you know what I'm saying, brothers who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, because yes, you can go to jail for by doing this work. You're going to see examples. You're going to see it. You're going to see the proof. Yes, you can get put to death for this word. It was written, and guess what? It was written, and what is written and stuff is true. Because back in that Second Ezra 15 and 2, it says, "Write it down in paper, for His words are faithful and true," and you see it. You see. So if you're gonna be doing, if you seek to please the Lord, and you wanna, you hoping that when it comes down to get saved and whatnot and stuff, you take heed unto these words. Don't follow evil multitude to do evil. What you do is that you do these words, you change your life, you become that new creature. Don't conform yourself to the world and whatnot and stuff, and you keep doing stuff no matter what they say or what they say they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Or even what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. Because guess what? The Lord is speaking your name to the Heavenly Father and stuff for not denying Him, even though they want you to deny Him. So I hope this video is edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua HaBrakapadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to your elect which you have to be. Shalom, wa Baba Bal, Kwam Yasharala. Verse 18. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Why? Because we're doing righteousness. This is what you're supposed to do. This is the whole duty of man. You see? Shalom.